How you doing, Broncos? My name is Justin Black, here talking to you guys about Black History Month and the state of America today. Check it out. Hello, Broncos. I'm here with
Innocent Ahimegbe.
Victor Perez.
and
Jennifer Ortiz.
Jacqueline.
Deja.
and we're asking about Black History Month. So, Deja, how do you feel about Black History Month, and what does it mean to you?
I feel as though Black History Month is a stipulation, well, not a stipulation, it's a marker in our culture. To me, it's about learning about our past and where we came from and what struggles we had then and now and in the future.
That is a very general question. That's a very big question. I think that Black history affects me in the same way that Black history is a part of history. It's just a part of history that has been in many ways erased and removed. And so I think having a specific focus on Black history is important to get the full knowledge of history back into just the understanding of what the world is like and how we got here. And it's important for me to know what things have happened to the Black community and what they are facing and what they have faced, and so that I can have more empathy and the ability to interact with people with a knowledge of what their history is and what is important to them.
Black History Month is just a time to really think about how far we've come as a country, with all the civil rights movements that have been going on. It's just a time to really represent and not represent, think about how far we've come as a country and celebrate the uniqueness that everyone has to offer. So yeah.
And for you?
That's basically it, just moving forward and how things have changed and to recognize what, they've been through.
How much do you know about Black history?
As far as I know, I've read books, I have seen documentaries on the history of blacks, and I think with all that I have gathered, I think I know little and little of the history of black, I think
What role do you feel like you play in helping the Black community?
I think the most important thing, that's something that a lot of times, particularly white people, are not the best at, is raising up Black voices. And so that's something my tendency is often oh, I have heard this kind of information, and so I would like to repeat it to people and tell everyone how woke I am, sort of a thing. Versus saying pointing people towards other resources, or seeing when a Black person steps up and says hey, this is what my experience has been, me pointing to that and saying this is legitimate, please listen to this, and kind of utilizing that privilege in such a way as to not to use it to my own advantage, to get sort of I don't know, brownie points or anything like that, but to sort of use that to point people to the people who have been working and who have been talking about this for a very long time and only just now are really starting to be listened to.
Well, I would say that America in general, from what I know, has done well also by allowing allowing coexistence with the Black people in America here. So I think for that they've done well, but I think there are more to be done. Because I still know that there are some places in America where the Black people are not still very safe, are not feeling very safe in some part of America. And because I met some Black people and I still feel and hear them talk about the Black people are not being cared for. But so I think the lot America has to do for the Black people, because but so far they've allowed coexistence between the white and the Black. So I think it's cool. It's alright.
I feel as though I play a small part, but it's a small part that aids to a larger demographic. I feel as though my role is to prosper and just be the best that I can be, and that's the best way to give back and aid into this beautiful month.
My role is I just really wanted to promote that, like I said earlier, all lives are equal. there shouldn't be like a discrimination, or like someone shouldn't be looked at differently just based on the color of their skin, what they think of religion, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation. No, someone shouldn't be judged on that. They should be judged on who they are as a person. So yeah.
Do you feel that America has made progress in helping the black community?
Yes and no. I mean, we all see the news and how differently African Americans are treated, and other minorities also, but that's a hard question to ask right now.
Well, compared to where we are about 30, 40 years ago, we have progressed to a better state for the black community. But considering like the past like 1 to 2 or 3 years, no, I don't think we've progressed in that state of mind. With the recent presidential election, I think we've progressed backwards in my opinion, but that's just my personal view. I think that there could be multiple reforms that could be like passed to like present that like different races and ethnicities should be treated equally.
Within the last couple decades, progress has been made. Things have gone forward and things have also gone back, and also there's like an individual to individual basis, but there's also definitely like a systemic basis, and I think those are two different things. So I think there is definitely an attitude of like we now consider calling someone racist like an insult, which I think like is a good recognition of something that is true, that is an inherently bad thing. But there are also so many like much more insidious things that are present that don't get recognized, like what we would call systemic inequality, that there is a lot of apathy towards and like has been building up a lot, particularly like within the criminal justice system.
Progress is interesting. We've definitely regressed a lot, but progress, I would say that we've definitely made our face. We've put ourselves out there a lot more than we were beforehand. We're attacking more issues than before, so I feel like we are moving forward a little bit. It's hard, but we're going there.
So how exactly do you feel about the state of America today?
I think from what I know, from what I've heard about America, I think coming to America so far, it's been very cool, and I've not really seen or experienced any form of racism as I hear about it sometimes. But I think it's good because I have never really felt any form of racism, or I haven't seen that at all since I've been in America for the past 7 months.
In the state of America today, how do you think the black community is being acknowledged?
I think it is definitely, people recognize that it exists. There's definitely a lot of ignorance around that. I have a lot of ignorance around that. And there definitely is a tendency to treat the black community as very monolithic in a way that has basically never been done for like my community being the white community. It's just like that is a normal, and like the black community as like a thing that is very much like, assuming like this is true of everyone, but it's just like such like a great diversity of people. So it's trying to get out of the stereotypes and like listening to people, but I think we have a lot of work to do.
For those who don't know much about Black History Month or is not involved as much, what would you like those people to know?
I would say for those to ask questions if you have them, but ask them in a very articulate way, because as we do take Black History Month very seriously, we take it very personal, so it's something that you have to take serious as well. You can't have a playful question, so I feel as though if you have questions, ask them, just articulate them in the best way possible, that you're just trying to get the knowledge and you're not trying to demean or play with it.
There you have it, Broncos, the state of America today during Black History Month. Check out more videos at YBOT Connects on our Instagram and YouTube.